class when I was here. So recommend that you guys do that. Has anybody ever been to a minor league baseball game? All right, you. I don't know your name.
Teresa.
Tell me about your experience. So where'd you go? What'd you do?
So it was like a smaller league in Utica, Michigan.
Okay.
It was more of like they did more stuff for like little kids, but.
Okay, so let me ask you 2 questions.
Yeah.
Do you know who was playing in that game? What teams?
Utica, Unicorns, and I don't remember.
That's perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Do you know who won the game?
No.
Exactly. That's what minor league baseball is about. No one cares who's on the field. No one cares what the score is. No one cares who's playing. You walk out of that stadium, and I can ask all of you who won. Maybe 2 or 3 could tell me if you really, really cared about baseball. People go to minor league baseball games, promotions, food, family fun, entertainment. They don't really care about what's in those white lines. And that's the great thing about minor league baseball. Just kind of want to share with you my journey through minor league baseball. So I went here from 2010 to 2014. In May of 2013, I got my first internship with the Princeton Rays, Appalachian League affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. Spent the summer there. The year before I got there was a previous Toronto student who did the internship, and that's how I got connected through Professor Maddox and the student that was there for me. After graduation, I went to Hudson Valley, New York, worked with the higher A affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays again. Again, got this job because of connection I made here. Your network in sports is so small but so wide. You need these people to connect you to people and get you the jobs you want. After that, that was an internship after my senior year. Got a full-time job in, those dates are wrong, don't pay attention. A full-time job in group sales with the Aberdeen Ironbirds in Maryland, Baltimore Orioles affiliate owned by Cal Ripken and his brother. Was there for about a year and a half. Probably some of the more informative things that I've learned in minor league baseball and how you become a true professional in this industry. I currently work in the minor league baseball corporate office in St. Petersburg, Florida. So we are the governing body of all 160 teams across America. And from our office, we run marketing efforts, we run special events, we run licensing. So we run a lot of the corporate things that these clubs need to do on a daily basis to make sure that they are in compliance with minor league baseball. Whether that be anything from the type of jerseys you wear on the field to how your lights work and facility standards and stuff like that. So we do a lot that a lot of people don't see behind the curtains. And the reason I kind of did it this way, up and down, I think the hardest thing for kids coming out of college and trying to go into sports, you got to realize there will be ups and downs. Your career path is not this. It is not one line. There will be ups, there will be downs. You have good days and you have bad days. And I don't think that's something that you guys realize. I hate my job some days. I love my job most days, but there's days I hate it. And you have to take those good and bad. And wherever that goes, it'll take you places that you guys don't know are available now. So kind of just a crash course in my actual working experience in minor league baseball. Who's pulled tarp before? It sucks, right? It's a common occurrence in minor league baseball. You will pull tarp maybe twice a week, maybe 30 times a day. It is something that will be done and you will have to do it. It's not enjoyable, but it's one of those things that if you want to work in sports, specifically baseball, check the box, you will do it. You will be out there at 6 in the morning, midnight, 1 o'clock pulling tarp. And that's the reality of the job. Also, my first crash course in minor league baseball, on-field promotions. I'm not the type of person to get on the field, grab a mic, and do that kind of things. But, you do it. And it's those learning experiences that you do it once and you hate it, but you know what? You go back the next day and you do it again. My next move was Hudson Valley Renegades. The beautiful thing about Hudson Valley, turf field. We didn't have a tarp. It rained, we played baseball 20 minutes later, and we're good to go. This photo of tickets is representing, one day our ticket scanners weren't working. So you walk in the stadium, you give me a ticket, I couldn't scan it. All right, you got to get in the game anyways. So we ripped all the ticket stubs. We sat in the ticket box, ticket office for 3 hours after the game and scanned all 7,500 tickets. Yeah. Great thing to do.
Flashbacks.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. My next stop, my first full-time job in baseball was the Aberdeen Ironbirds, owned by the Ripkins. I spent most of that year and a half in this Christmas costume because that's what we do at minor league baseball games. We provide fun, family entertainment. You know, if that's me dressing up like a Christmas tree on July 25th, halfway to Christmas, that's what you do. You dress up as hot dogs, you race around the ballpark. I'm there to make you smile. If you walk out of the ballpark with a smile on your face, I did my job. You know, you don't understand the struggle to get there. They don't even know that. They know when they walk out, you know, they took 3 hours of their life away. They didn't have to worry about real world. They didn't have to real world, you know, what's going on in their life. We gave them an escape. Common theme here, mascots. If you haven't been a mascot, you'll probably be it at some point in your life. It's not as bad as it seems. So now I work in minor league baseball in the corporate office in St. Petersburg, Florida. Like I said, we're kind of the governing body of minor league baseball, how we operate. One cool thing about my job is the travel. Teams I get to visit, places I get to go, and people I get to meet. Last year we were in Columbus, Ohio for the AAA All-Star game. Lansing Lugnuts from Michigan, so I got up there a lot. Beautiful ballpark. This was on one of my trips to California. That is Bernie from San Bernardino 66ers. And in Las Vegas, we had our winter meetings, which is a 6,000 person trade show. So everybody in the baseball industry gets together for a week, and you guys will see, you know, all the baseball coverage of people getting traded, you know, free agent moves and everything. That all happens at the baseball winter meetings, which as a minor league baseball corporation we put on. Major League Baseball does nothing for that event. It is all done out of an office in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Just a real quick question about the winter meetings. I know there's, I
Job fair?
can't remember. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that something that you would recommend that would be worthwhile, or if somebody wants to work in baseball to go to?
Yeah, so with the winter meetings, we have a huge trade show, and we also have the professional baseball employment opportunity job fair. Baseball is very cyclical when we hire. So, you know, if we're hiring you in August or through December, we want you January 1. We want you up to getting ready for the season and working through that. PBO and the job fair is probably the best place to get in front of people and find jobs. I never actually went through the job fair as a job seeker, but I hear it is everybody's hiring. You basically go up to a wall and then, you know, am I right on this?
Yeah.
So Omaha Storm Chasers are looking for an account rep. And, you know, you go up and, you know, Meghan at 9:15. And we have 9:30. So at 9:15, I get 15 minutes with the GM to apply for a job. Those are 15 minutes that you have to make an impression. And they go through that all day for 4 days. There's probably 2,000 plus jobs posted. So if you really want a job in baseball, that's the place to be. And again, there's travel involved and costs associated with it, but you have to see that as an investment in your future.
It's guaranteed interviews in Vegas.
San Diego this year.
San Diego, oh, even better.
Never been. So
For
really
me,
excited.
I like San Diego. If you want, you can throw it up there. Yeah.
So what do I do now? I've been anything from, we'll call it a utility intern, who basically did anything from cleaning bathrooms to pressure washing concourses to driving players to airports to picking players up from airports when they're going up and down. And that was all great. I loved every minute of what I did. Got more into a sales role, group sales. Sales isn't for everybody, and it wasn't for me. I did not like picking up the phone 100 times, calling people. It just wasn't what I wanted to do. So I took an opportunity in St. Petersburg, Florida as an executive assistant. So when I tell you that careers aren't like this, it's not. I was a group sales rep, took a job to be an executive assistant. I think a lot of people see that as a demotion, but in the long term, you turn that into a promotion and an opportunity. I was an EA for about a year and a half, promoted to coordinator of marketing, so a lot more marketing, more responsibilities, and then promoted again in March to manager of partnership marketing. So there is career elevation. So what I do now is I work with our national partners. So, you know, I was driving on the football field and there's a Mo sign, football stadium. somebody here manages that relationship with most. So that's what I do on a national scale. Just a couple examples of what we have. We have Uncle Ray's potato chips. So they're the official potato chip of minor league baseball. This is a photo of the Charlotte Knights. So they activate locally on a nightly basis. So making sure that PAs are read, making sure that social media happens, making sure that obligations that are contractually fulfilled between the company, minor league baseball, and the local team. One of our newest partners, Applegate Hot Dogs, official national organic meat of minor league baseball. So basically, they sell hot dogs in ballpark. Again, use social media. Their campaign is better to flip in weekdays, so they go out to the ballpark, do sampling, exit marketing, and those kind of things. And one of our largest partners, Allegiant Airline, the official airline for minor league baseball. So just like minor league baseball, we're spread out in the country, all over the country. So is Allegiant. So they're very specific about markets. So Indianapolis is a huge hub for Allegiant. So through us, they have a huge presence with the Indianapolis Indians. And whether it kind of be, Allegiant starting lineups or social media posts or in-game activations like flyaways, they do a lot of that stuff. And then we coordinate all of that through our league office. So what I'm trying to get at is, you want to work in sports, it's a grind. You work long days, sometimes you do really crappy stuff. But at the end of the day, there's some really cool stuff that you get to do. This is courtside at one of the Pitt's men basketball games this year. We got to play softball on one of the minor league baseball fields this summer. We took about 150 clients and partners. We played baseball on the field. No one does that unless you're a player. And then this last photo was one of our social activities in Las Vegas. It is a 50,000 square foot ice bar. So you guys had to wear trench coats and gloves, and all the shot glasses were made out of ice. So it was a really cool experience. They had glass ping pong tables and all kind of that stuff. So realize that there is an end goal in this. You bust your ass, sorry, but there are payouts at the end. And it's little things like this that you get to do, and you take a look back and you're like, yeah, it was worth it. It was really cool. So, realizing that you guys want to work in sports, and there's a lot of you guys, not just here at Trine, but nationwide, and there's not that many sports shops out there. It is a super competitive industry, and you have to be selective about how you get in and where you get in and where you make connections. This photo is a application for a coordinator role of digital marketing with the Boston Celtics. This is 5 pounds worth of resumes that they got. That is your competition. Every person in there thinks they're better than you, thinks they're smarter than you, thinks they know more than you, and think they're better connected than you. That is 5 pounds of paper. I've never seen that in my life. When I saw that, it really made me humble that I have a job in this industry and am already well connected enough that hopefully I never have to have a piece of paper in my file again. How do you guys go about breaking into the industry, connections, and stuff like that? Teamwork Online, if you're not on them already, sign up today. LinkedIn. Who's on it? Get a LinkedIn. Make sure you have a professional photo. No beer in your hands, no nothing. Professional headshot. Trust me, people look. Twitter. You guys use it every day for sports and stats and all those things. And it can also be a great professional network. There's a hashtag SM business, sports management business. Follow it, learn things, keep up to date. Front office sports, they're kind of redefining what sports business is. So, Sports Business Journal has been the industry standard in how people get their news. Front office sports was created about a year and a half ago by a couple 22-year-olds at the University of Miami. They thought they needed a change in how business was being reported and how business was being shown. So they basically started up in this guy's apartment. And they are now in New York, corporate headquarters, and are changing how we get our industry news. They have a daily newsletter every morning, 7:30 a.m. I have a front office newsletter, quick hits of what's going on in the industry and what's going on in the business. Sign up. Things like that where you can get knowledge and little things, totally worth it. Takes 5 minutes out of your day to read this email. They also do a newsletter every Wednesday about jobs. Again, you guys may not be at the point where you're looking for jobs, but it's those things that show you where to go and what you want to do, what's available out there. All right, so very high level. I know I went through this really quick. Just a couple things to remember. It's a grind. If you work for a team, you're probably there from 8 a.m. to midnight. That's on a good day. That's if you're not home tired. You're not doing mascot appearances. You're not doing anything. It is a grind. You will work harder than you've ever worked in your life. Ups and downs. Like I said, good days, bad days, things will happen. You'll love it 1 minute, you'll hate it 1 minute, you want to quit. You have to get through that mentally. You have to realize that what you're doing today gets you 2 years on the road. And that's how I looked at it. I took my first job. It wasn't a forever job. It got me to where I needed to go. My second job got me to my next job. And that's how I look at it. It's the little things. They really matter. Attention to detail. My name is Meghan. Did anybody see how my name is spelled?
GH.
Yeah, there you go. So, short story, I was talking to a fellow trying student this past summer, and I was emailing him back and forth. How do you spell my name?
MEGA.
Very good. And that may not seem like a big thing, but it's a little thing. And it goes a long way. And if you can take the extra 2 seconds to spell my name right versus, hey, Meghan, MEGAN, I'm going to question some things. I didn't put it on here. Does anybody have class with Carter? Please read the book.
Oh, wow.
That's my one big trying thing.
Yes.
At the end of the day, have fun. This is not serious business. It's sports. We go out and put on a show 70 times a year. You have the opportunity to make people smile. At the end of the day, I smile because you smile. And that's what I want you guys to be able to do. Whether it be minor league baseball, professional baseball, whatever. I don't really care where you go. I want to help you get there. And through networking and things like this, using alumni, we didn't have this when I was here. We read a textbook. We did this thing. Sport Management Club. We didn't have things like that. We didn't have immersion experiences. Take advantage of all that. Everything you do here is a learning point, and just take advantage of it. That's the biggest thing. When I left here, I was lucky enough to know people in the industry so I could maneuver and do what I wanted to do. If you don't have a network in today's society, you have nothing. This is the industry that is super connected. If I got laid off tomorrow, I would pick up my phone, call another GM and be like, hey, where can you get me a job? I would have a job within a month. So you guys need to realize how important that circle is. And everything comes back around. That's really all I got. That was super quick, but open to any questions. I'm here to help you guys. I know what it's like to sit here. I also know what it's like to be in the real world.
What would be your best because we talk about that a lot. You got to network, practically, how do you do that?
I personally hate networking. So I hate going in the room with people and introducing myself and telling them what I do and where I'm from and what stuff like that. Yeah, hate it. We actually did that to our associates. We have 12 associates in our office. We had a staff meeting and we gave them 2 minutes each to come up and tell a group of 60 people why we should hire you past your associateship. And it's nerve-wracking. I couldn't have done it. And I feel for them and I understand the struggle with it. I think it's one of those things mentally you have to get over with. Networking. LinkedIn is great. Calling up a GM. Say you're going to go to the Tin Caps game and you're on the website and you realize Mike Nutter's the GM. Hey, Mike, going to be around. Would love to catch up. 5 minutes. No, you're extremely busy. Would appreciate the time. Just little things like that. You're driving through South Bend and you want to stop at the stadium. You reach out and ask for a tour. Those little things matter in getting your name around the thing. And I think one thing that Zach did a really good job about when the Cubs was he introduced himself to everybody, no matter if they were here or up here in the pool. He knew everybody. And you don't know who is going to say something to a GM or something like that. Every little bit matters. And that's something that took me a while to realize. Networking events, I think you've done a really good job at getting these kids out in front of people. So whether that be here, with Indy 11, the job fair, that's huge. I didn't take advantage of that when I was here at all. And like I said, social media, if you do it right, you can go a long way. Again, there's caveats to that. You have to make sure politically correctness and you're not, any of that. Use the resources you guys have. Todd's been great in the past year or so he's been here. Use them as a resource. Use me. Use that. Use people in the industry.
Thanks. What do you guys got? We've got her for another 5 minutes or so.
You mentioned kind of like what the application, how big the application was for the Boston Celtics. You know, not everyone's going to be. I'm probably like, if I were to apply for like an assistant director role for a major league team, like they're going to look at me just fresh out of high school and just push me off to the side. So like some of those entry level positions, maybe, you know, with the Tin Caps, you know, like, well, realistically, how many people like are we competing with? Or in do you do any hiring?
No, I don't.
You don't?
So we haven't, when we look at job posting at our corporate office, we don't hire a lot. We have a lot of full-time staff who've been there 18 to 20 years. Then you also have a smaller group of us who have been in the 3 to 5 year range of experience. But they say on average, 300 people apply to a sports job posting. You know, your resume is supposed to get you an interview, and you're supposed to sell yourself once you get the interview. The best thing that you guys can do, and I know you're required to do an internship. 1 internship's great. You know, 2 internships are even better. 3 is fantastic. At the end of the day, you need the real world experience to show that you can do stuff. You know, everything you learn in the classroom is fantastic, but once you take that and apply it to real life, that's how you guys get in. And I think there's a common, you know, question of, do you get hired because of what you know, or is it who you know? And I think sports are the very rare exception where it's kind of who you know. You know, the ability to pick up a phone call and be like, hey, Adam, I would love to come to Albuquerque. Can you find me a job? Yeah, no problem. It's fine. Skills are teachable to me. You know, hard work, good work ethic, you know, willing to go above and beyond. Those are things that can't be taught. You know, you have or you don't. I can teach you how to sell. I can teach you how to, you know, work and sell. But the intrinsic things that you can't teach, they go a long way in the sports industry. You have to have those basics. Sooner the better you can get real world experience. Would recommend that. You know, whether that's interning with the athletic department for 10 hours a week, gaining that real world experience. Because that's what you need to be successful. And that's the thing that I found the best. Moving on upward, it's all based on what you've done in the past. If you have a good experience working for somebody, they're going to recommend you and recommend you and recommend you. Ultimately, you get where you want to be. So that's the biggest thing. Experience, experience, experience.
And for those that are business majors, we can count your internship twice for credit. So it counts as like your internship class, and then basically we could count it again as like a free elective. So do more than one. What else do we have? Is anybody interested in working in baseball? We got one.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. So we got
Why no?
and Lexi.
You know, in basketball, you know, you only have so many games. In football, you know, you might only have like 8 home games. Or in baseball, you know, you could have 81 home games, and it just kind of takes up your whole summer.
Yeah, it does.
So it's just preference.
I completely agree. From April 1st to September 8th, you're dedicated to baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're at the stadium 8 o'clock to midnight. Don't think about taking a vacation during the season because it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the point in my life where, you know, we get 2 to 3 weeks of vacation. I can take any time. You know, I don't care if it's in the middle of July and I want to go home for the holiday. You don't get that in the club life. And you guys have to understand that. And I think there's like a fine balance of what you guys expect going out of college and what you guys want. You know, you want to be paid $60,000. You want 10 days off whenever you want to take it. Oh, hey, you also want to work a 40-hour week. Hey guys, reality, that's not happening in sports most of the cases. Okay? And I talked to Benson this morning. I'm like, so how realistic do you want me to be with this? I can sit here and make you not want to work in sports in 5 minutes. I can make you want to work in sports in 5 minutes. It's accepting the reality that it is the sacrifices that you have to make to work in sports. Yeah, is there a happy medium and a balance? Yeah. Is it easy to find right away? No. So it's what you make of the experience, and at the end of the day, what's important to you. Whether that be, you know, working in sports or making a crap load of money and having the flexibility and vacation you guys want. And like that's what we're here to help you guys with. I can tell you what it's like to work a 70-game season, a 38-game season. We're not going to a baseball game all season because that's the job I'm in right now. Honestly, the last time I went to a baseball game was probably like 4 months ago because baseball's slow. No one wants to go to a baseball game. I'd rather go to a soccer game because that's the point I'm in my life. But having the flexibility to kind of make your own way is a huge thing. And if that's sports, that's great. If it's business, that's great. You know, we're here to help you accomplish your goals, whether you stay in the industry for 20 years or 2 years. So I think the biggest thing for you guys is realistically knowing what you want to do. Having expectations that are real and not some daydream that's unrealistic 2 years after graduation.
And then she's got another event she has to get to, I think the networking lunch after this. I want to make sure you get to that. But any other questions? Last thing I would ask, I know what the answer is for myself, but after going through everything you talked about in your presentation and working in sports, it sounds absolutely horrible.
Sucks.
Why would you want to work in sports? Like, I know why I did and why I love it, but.
So for me, I grew up in West Bloomfield, Michigan. My parents are still there. We had Tiger season tickets for a long time, and we would spend our summers at the ballpark. You kind of see a baseball game for what it is, you know. It's 27 outs, it's, 9 innings. But you kind of realize that there's something outside of the white lines. You know, there's food, there's concessions, there's vendors, and all this stuff. And it's like, what does it take to actually do that? And that's how I kind of first realized that working in sports was a career. And I think as I had gotten more in my career and gotten older, it's, we do it for the fans. Like, I honestly don't sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I want to go to this game tonight so bad and work it. But, if you see, Joe and his family coming out for the first time, we have a philosophy that every game is somebody's first game. You're there to put a smile on their face. And whether it's because, they won the Disney Cat race or they won the hot dog game, that's what I'm for, to provide entertainment and a fun family atmosphere. So when they walk out, they're like, yeah, I'm coming back next week. I'm going to bring my brother. I'm going to bring my family. And that's at the end of the day why I do what I do. We put a smile on someone's face and take away reality for a while. There's a lot of stuff going on in everybody's lives. But if you can have 3 hours of your own time to enjoy baseball for what it is and the fun and everything, at the end of the day, that's why we do what we do. I don't do it for the recognition. I don't do it for, anything else. It's for the fans.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
We'll let Megan get to her next thing. Like I said, we've got that networking event at 12. If you go to that, it's also a P2. So if you're a business student, you would have gotten an email about it. I think earlier this week, look from Kyber Braun, register, and that could be your P2. If you're not a business student, we got exercise science or sport and rec or whatever, let me know and I can forward it to you. All right? But otherwise, you guys have a great weekend, great homecoming weekend. We're doing a tailgate tomorrow at Fox Center if you want to come. She's going to fry up hot dogs and things. Maybe we'll see you there.